Hello everyone, my name is Carrie, and in today's video we're going to be doing an end of the month cash condensing, taking cash out of my binders here and bringing it back to the bank to put into my savings. So let's get into it. To get started, I am going to work through the envelopes that I need to take cash out of, and I have my placeholders here. So for example, these are all $1,000 placeholders, so I will be able to condense my cash envelopes that are either getting too full or that have reached the specific goal that I needed to reach in them. And then some of them are $500 placeholders, or maybe even 100, and that way I will be able to condense the cash in my envelopes so it doesn't get too full. And then we will go back through and be able to condense all of the envelopes using the cash that we will be taking back to the bank. So this envelope, for example, already has a couple placeholders representing money in the bank for car insurance. So I pay this every 6 months. So there's $600 already set aside in our savings account towards this. And then we're going to take the rest of this cash too. So this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 670, 680, 690, 695, $705. So we're going to leave one of these fives in here, and this is $700. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, 670, 80, 90, 95, $700. So we're going to bring all of this back to the bank because I am going to be paying this bill. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Actually, let me put these behind this 100. I'm going to be paying this bill here in a couple of days since it is the end of March and that is when it's going to be due. I haven't gotten the full bill, like what the amount is yet for what I owe. Okay, so this is 700, and then we already have, let me finish my thought. So I haven't gotten the full bill for how much I owe, but I know that it is somewhere around the $1,300 range based on what it was last year. So I'm going to leave this 5 in here to go towards the next payment. And then we have 600, and then we need to put another 700. So we'll put another 500, and then 600, and 700 that we just took out. And then we're going to go ahead and condense these. So I can take these two 500s and make this 1,000, and then we're going to leave $100, $200, $300 in here. So that is the $1,300 that is in the bank. Actually, I don't know if I need placeholders for this anymore because we're starting over. So I'm taking all of it out. Yeah. So I don't need these placeholders. Whoops. Right now. So I'll put these back here because we're taking all this back to the bank and paying it. So, all right, that is it for this binder. We will come back and condense all the individual envelopes, but for now this is what we're going to do. So let's go to my savings challenge binder, because every $200 that, or every $100 that I save in this account, I like to take it back to the bank and put in towards our emergency fund. So I am still working through this, so each line is $100, so we should have $200 in here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, $200. So I'm going to bring all this back to the bank because in that way it can start earning interest. And then I will put in, let's see, these $200 placeholders. So that will represent money we've already taken to the bank and we have put in here. I probably need to get some more placeholders soon. And then going back to home deductible, so as anytime I reach, the $100 mark in here, I already have $500, $600, $700, $800 in the bank set aside, and we're working towards our 3,000 savings goal. In cash, we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, or 70, 85, 95. So we actually have 295. So we're going to take these two. So this is 200. And then I'll condense this here in a second, but we're going to take, so if we add 200 plus this 800, that gives us 1,000. So we're going to just put all this back and take a $1,000 placeholder. Put that right here, and then we're going to condense this while we're here. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95. So we're going to leave a 5, 2 20s. This should be 50-50, or 20, 30, 40, 5, and $50 here. And then we'll take a good looking 50. So we still have $1,095, which was originally in this envelope. Put this back. So that is all set here. And so we definitely reached the 1,000 mark, and then we'll work towards 2,000, and then 3,000 is our total savings goal for our home deductible, which is really exciting. Okay, we'll come back to these, but I just want to finish unstuffing the amounts that we have. We have a couple in here, which is my month ahead binder. So we're working towards getting 1 month ahead with all of our savings for our bills. And in utilities, we need about $400 a month. It does not cost us nearly that. Only in the summertime, usually when it is like a lot of water that we're using to water the lawn, or in the winter when our gas is on all the time for the heat or something. I think the most we've ever had is like 310. But I'm just doing 400 just to, give us extra cushion. So 1, 2, 3, 350, 370, 390. So this is 410. So we're going to put all of this back. We're going to put a $10 in here, and then this should be, actually this is going to be considered fully funded. So I'm going to use a fully funded placeholder because $400 is going to be going back to the bank. And then I'm going to move this 10, set it right here for now, into a different envelope. So fully funded in our utilities. And then what my goal is to go through each one of these envelopes over time and have them each fully funded. So we're going to move this 10, which was extra in our utilities, and we're going to move it to internet. And internet needs $90 a month. Our bill is usually like 83 or something, but I'm just giving it a little extra. And we only have 35 so far, so it is not fully funded 1 month ahead yet. Subscriptions is fully funded though. 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, $100. So that covers pretty much all of our subscriptions for 1 month ahead. So we are going to grab another fully funded placeholder. These are from the Fancy Dollar. And then these right here are from the Aesthetic Dollar on Etsy. And also, actually I think the Fancy Dollar has an Instagram. And then the Aesthetic Dollar has her own website. And then the rest of these are empty because we have not started stuffing them yet because we're just getting started with our month ahead sinking fund goals. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just double check. We haven't looked in this one yet, but I don't think there are any envelopes in here that need to go back to the bank. Nope, so this is good. Okay. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and start with this envelope, or this binder, with our condensing. So this should be, well, we'll count this here at the end, but I have written it down in my computer, so this should be a specific amount that we will be taking back here. But let's look at home projects, just has a $100 bill. Family fun has 60, so let's get some nicer 20s here. And then we'll put those 3 back. So it still has 60 there. And I like having 20s for all of our family fun stuff. I'm building this up. We like to do summer, like different summer activities. Okay, that just has 20. Clothing just has 10. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, or 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 105 in gifts. So I think actually I'm going to get some better 20s for these two. Let's see. That one's not that nice. And then trade these two 10s in for another 20. Since this is gifts, and sometimes we take money out of here for gifts for our family, for birthdays and stuff, different like anniversary gifts or just something we want to buy someone. 20, 40, 60, 80, 105 still in here, and that's okay. Special occasions, this is for our anniversary, every year, so I don't really need this right now specifically. Sometimes we take this out for other things, like holidays or something, but not usually. So 50, 70, 85, $90. So let's keep this and trade this in. So now we still have 50, 70, 90 and special occasions. And then travel and trips. We can condense this a little bit. So we have 100, 200, $300 in here. So we're going to put all these 50s back and put this so we still have $300 in travel and trips. And we are working towards an international trip. I'm not sure if we'll take it this year or next year, but this will be a total of $1,500 just to get us started. I don't know the full cost because we haven't completely broken that down yet, but we definitely are working towards it. We still have to get our passports first too, so we're not in a super rush, but we'll just see how that goes this year. Okay, we'll start back at the beginning in our high priority sinking funds that my husband and I use. Some of these are yearly bills, some of them are just high priority sinking funds, so they could be considered variable expenses as well. So HOA is something we pay once a year, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 in this, and it's so interesting. You can see this 20 had staples in it. I always think it's so weird when people staple money to stuff. But okay, so we're going to take all this back. We're going to need a 10, a 20, and then a 50 because there was 80 in here. 50, 70, 80 still. And I'll just keep that random 20 with the holes in it. All right, trash and recycle, we're just going to leave this. This bill is going to be paid, let's see, quarterly, so probably here at the end of the first quarter of the year. And then annual expenses just has two 20s, so we're just going to trade those out for some nicer ones. I don't have a ton of 20s here to choose from, or at least not nice ones. And we have a couple of these like really old school ones, which are really cool to kind of look at. But I don't think we'll keep those. We'll just take those back to the bank. Okay. Let's see a couple of these nicer 20s here for our annual expenses. I think my next annual expense that's due is sometime in the summer. So we got some time to build that back up. Medical has 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350. So let's see. I think actually we will use one of these 50s. Should we use this one? That one's kind of cool looking. And then a 10. So it's supposed to be 350 in here. So this is, okay. So then we need two of these and we can put these back. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. And hopefully I didn't confuse myself. So I do keep my balances for everything in my spreadsheet. 1, 2, 250, 300, 20, 40, 50. So 350 still in medical. That way I have a good spread of money that I need to, if I need to take it out, that it's money that I can use that's a couple different denominations. Car registration, 20, 40, 50, 65, 75. So 75 in this. So let's see. We can do a 50 for all of this. Because this is paid once a year, so I don't need this to stay in small bills. Ooh, these 50s have seen some better days, I think. Okay, so we have 50, 75 in car registration. Car insurance still has the $5 that we had in there from the money we took out for the bank to take back to the bank. So car care has 100, 150, 170, 180. Okay, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 300 or 215 in car care. So let's see. A lot of this is just for anything that we would need to have to take care of our car. We have already are going to be saving up money to purchase new tires. We might be able to use our tax refund for some of that, depending on how much it is. which usually we don't get a tax refund, but last year we purchased a new home, and so that helped us with getting some deductions. So 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, $300? Yeah, okay. So I'm just thinking, yeah, probably what I'll do is we'll keep this 10, and then we'll do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and we'll keep these. Let's see. Get a really nice $100 bill. There we go. Okay, so we have 100, 200. I want to try and get a better 50. 250, 270, 290, 300, 315. Yeah, I think that's good because sometimes we use money for car washes and stuff like that as well. I don't think we'll need anything for our car care quite yet once we buy new tires, so that'll be paid separately so that we can continue building this up. Lawn care is going to be taken out here shortly. We're going to take out, let's do these two 10s for a 20. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 75. That's good for this one. I want to keep those bills like that because we are going to be taking this out and doing some lawn projects here soon. Spring is here. 50, 70, 90. 50, 70, 90, 110, 125, 35, 40. So $140 in spring cleaning. Yeah, so let me keep these two 20s, the nicer ones. This should be 100. 100, 170. Wow. 50, 70, 85, 95, $100. So I'll condense that into $100 bill and take all this back to the bank. So that way I can keep this nice and condensed, and then we'll keep saving towards this. We're going to pay for a spring cleaning service soon, so that way we'll be able to do all of our spring cleaning. So that's really exciting. I actually look forward to spring cleaning. I don't know about you, but it's really nice to have it done. Maybe I don't look forward to doing it, but I like having it done. So we already worked on emergency fund. And then Christmas is up next, which just has $240. Let's change this out for yes, there are some nicer 20s. And because we're going to be saving this all year long, pretty much, in our Christmas fund. So I want to keep some nice 20s and crispy ones in there. So we still have $240 in Christmas. Hopefully this year we'll be able to save up a good amount. Car deductible is fully funded, and there's a fully funded placeholder in there. And then next up we have our coffee savings challenge. Gosh, there we go. Which we're almost done with. So it has 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15. So we're going to do, let's see. We're going to do a $10 bill, so that's 15, and we just need a 100 because I believe it was 115 is what we said. So we're running out of $100 bills. That's okay. 115, and the total amount we'll save is 150, which is exciting. And then this is our last savings challenge that we're working on to condense. And it is going to be worth $500 when we get there. This is from iGetPlans, and I'll have everything linked down below as far as like the products that I'm using, my cash tray, all of my placeholders, all of my savings challenges, binders, everything. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 50, 65, so $170 in our $500 savings. So we'll keep that one and this one, and we will grab, actually, I'm going to do a $100 placeholder in here so that way I can take this money back to the bank. So now we have, or we still have, $170, even though some of it is going back to our bank and just going to sit there. So that'll be really good. And then I think that's it for our condensing. So let's go ahead and get ready to add all of this up, let me get my calculator here, and then we can see how much we have that we'll be taking back to the bank. So that's 100, just one 100 left there. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 50 in 50s. That's crazy. Then we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40. So 540 in 20s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 210 in 10s. And then we have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, $100 in 5s. So plus 100. And that is pretty much correct from what I had estimated based on the categories that I was taking out. So I'll be taking this $1,700 back to the bank, putting it in our high yield savings account so we can earn interest on it. And then I have it already allocated in my binders for exactly what each category is supposed to be used for, as well as my budget binder. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.